Alright, so the Philadelphia Eagles, my favorite team, rebuild. New offensive coordinator Sean Mannion. I don't know how I feel about him. I made it short. I don't like Nick Sirianni as my head coach, and I think AJ Brown's gonna get traded for this offseason, so we're gonna do a rebuild without AJ Brown. So we have to trade him. As a Madden, he's down to an 89 overall. Devontae Smith has a better overall than AJ Brown with a 91, and I do feel like Devontae Smith played better than AJ Brown this season. Saquon's down to a 92 overall. That's fine. But this team still is a good team in my opinion. And I'm excited to rebuild my favorite team. As this is the team, let's just start by trading AJ Brown because I think that's gonna happen in real life. So that's the point of this rebuild. Is a rebuild of the Philadelphia Eagles without AJ Brown. We could get Brisker and a couple picks from Chicago. We could get Mims, a couple picks from Cincinnati. We could Sutton is just a bit older than AJ Brown. Josh Sweat's not bad. I'm out on Kelsey. Waddle and a couple picks from Dolphins is intriguing. Robinson had a good season in real life with the Giants. A couple picks as well. It's another intriguing one. Garrett Wilson and a couple picks. Arnold and a couple picks. I know Patriots is a fantastic trade destination in real life. So let's see what we can do from the New England Patriots. Diggs is just a bit old, not good enough development trait for me. Milton Williams. You see, I love Milton Williams, but I don't know if we need him. Can we get Gonzo? I don't think we need corner though. Alright. I don't want to trade in division. Actually, let's take a look at the. Diggs did have a great season. Booty, though, is young. My only problem with Booty is he's normal dev. I feel like he deserves star dev. He had a great season. But let's see if we can get Booty. A receiver for a receiver. Draft pick. And that trade does go through. Alright, now this is the team. Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens. We need to upgrade our right guard. Tyler Steen's not it. Lane Johnson. Dallas Goedert had a great season in real life. I don't think he's going to get extended. I want him to get extended, but I don't think he's going to get extended. I'm not going to extend him here. I see he is getting old. He's going to start regressing. Devontae Smith, a great wide receiver, my favorite wide receiver of the league. I like him over AJ Brown. And I think he's a top 15 wide receiver of the league. He would be a great wide receiver one. Kayshon Boutte is alright. Is pretty good. I wish he had a star dev, but Jahan Dotson is okay. Saquon Barkley, one of the better running backs in the league. Jalen, I like Jalen. He's a great quarterback. And then defense, you got Blankenship, 79 overall, normal dev, free agent here in real life. 26 years old. We might move off from Blankenship. That dev trait just doesn't look intriguing to me. Marcus Epps is 29. I feel like he's been in the league for 50 years. Jair Alexander retired in real life, so we're just gonna make him a punter, not use him, because I'm pretty sure he's retired. As soon as we traded him, I'm still pissed about that, but it is okay. Quinion Mitchell is a top 5 quarterback in the league. Call me biased, I don't care. Cooper DeJesus was best. Slot corner of the league. Corner 2, whatever you want to call him. Dory Jackson's trash. Keely Ringo's trash. And Dory Jackson did have a good second half of the season. Then Jordan Davis had a great season this season. Jalen Carter, obviously fantastic. Defensive tackle 3, could use some work. Jalen Phillips had a great season after we traded him for him. We're going to re-sign him hopefully. Because I'm pretty sure he's retired. As soon as we traded him, I'm still pissed about that, but it is okay. Quinion Mitchell is a top 5 quarterback in the league. Call me biased, I don't care. Cooper DeJesus was best. Slot corner of the league. Corner 2, whatever you want to call him. Dory Jackson's trash. Keely Ringo's trash. And Dory Jackson did have a good second half of the season. Then Jordan Davis had a great season this season. Jalen Carter, obviously fantastic. Defensive tackle 3, could use some work. Jalen Phillips had a great season after we traded him for him. We're going to re-sign him hopefully. Jahad Campbell. Nakobe Dean only being 78 overall normal dev bothers me. We're probably going to let him go, even though I think he's fantastic. But I want to progress Jahad Campbell. And then Zach Bond, one of the better linebackers of the league. Nolan Smith, great. Jake Elliott pisses me off this season and last season. So we are going to trade him. Because he just pisses me off all the time lately. When is he a free agent? I know kickers don't particularly matter. And Madden, 4 years. I know the Falcons playbook sims well here in Madden, so we're going to use the Falcons. Let's go zone 1. When is so we could use a corner for we could use another defensive tackle, or Jomo did not have a terrible season in real life. We could use another safety because I'm not gonna bring back Blankenship. But we're just gonna simulate to the end of the season here. See what we can do. I'm at mid-season mark. I apologize. See you have a mid-season mark. I have a mid-season mark. We are 6-1, just lost to the Vikings. That should be first in the division. Yep, the Cowboys are over 7. I love to see that. Jalen's having a great season, it looks like. I love to say that. I'm a big Jalen guy. And then let's take a look at stats. First in offensive yards. How about defensive yards? 21st. Not particularly great. First in points scored. I love to see that. I am sick, so sorry about the stuffy. 20th points allowed. Jalen, 2,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 picks. Saquon, 503 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bigsby, 60 yards, 3 touchdowns. It looks like a goal line back. Devontae Smith, 629 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson, 7 touchdowns. And 301 yards. 451 yards, 2 touchdowns by Booty. How's Goddard doing? 125 yards. That's Cooper. 228 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then we look at defense. Tackles for loss, 9 from Zach Barnes, 7 from Jalen Carter, 5 from Jordan Davis, 4 from Jalen Phillips, 3 from Jihad Campbell, 3 from N'Kobe Dean, so maybe that's a guy we look to hold on to. 1 from DeJean, 1 from Blankenship, 1 from Epps, 1 from Smith. Sacks, 4 from Bond, 2.5 from Davis, 2.5 from Phillips, 2 from Carter, 1 from Campbell, 1 from Dean. Excuse me, and 1 from DeJean. Let's see. Saquon's up to a 95 overall. James up to an 80. I'm at 87. Jihad Campbell only has a star dev, but that's fine. Makuba only has a star dev, but that's fine. And let's choose a draft class. I don't even think Drew Lauer is going to be in this draft, but that's fine. The guy I want us to draft in real life is Kenyon Sadiq. Unless we keep on Dallas Goddard, then do not draft Kenyon Sadiq. So I don't think we're going to keep Dallas Goddard here in this rebuild. Jalen Phillips, 12.5 mil per year, not bad for 2 years. Just not interested. What does Goddard want? 3 years, 14 mil per year. Ajiso Solari, I'm just not going to use him. Adoree Jackson can walk. N'Kobe Dean, I'll be interested if possibly moving Cap out to the edge. Maybe. No, we don't need him at the edge. I love N'Kobe Dean, but I don't think we need him. Blankenship's gonna walk. Jahan Dotson's probably gonna walk. All these guys are probably gonna walk. Brandon Mann is just a punter. At the end of the day, focus position. Do defensive tackle. Let's do corner. And let's just simulate to the end of the season here. So see you guys there. Alright, at the end of the season, we ended 12-5, playing Los Angeles in the first round. Let's take a look at the mock draft. Cowboys have a first overall pick. Right now, it's projected for us to have the 27th overall pick and the 30th overall pick. I don't know which one's from the Patriots. Weekly awards, Jalen. Let's take a look at the stats. Jalen, 4,600 yards, 49 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's probably going to be the MVP. Saquon, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Jalen's 161 yards, 5 touchdowns. Tank Bigsby, 89 yards, 3 touchdowns. Clearly a goal wide back. Devontae Smith, 1,600 yards, 19 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson, 13 touchdowns and 882 yards. We might re-sign Jahan Dotson. Kayshon Boutte, 4 touchdowns, 862 yards. Dallas got 651 yards, 7 touchdowns. And then we take a look at tackles for loss. 16 from Zach Barnes, 6 from and 6 sacks. 15 tackles for loss from Jordan Davis, 12 from Jalen Carter, 10 from Jordan Phillips, 7 from Jihad Campbell, 4 from Nakobe Dean, 4 from DeJean, 2 from Carter, 2 from Mitchell, and 2 from Smith, and 1 for a couple other players. And then we would take a look at stacks. 7.5 from Jalen Carter, 7 from Jordan Davis, 6 from Zach Barnes, 3.5 from Jalen Phillips, 3 from Jihad Campbell, 1 from Nakobe Dean. Let's see if there's any dev trait upgrades. It does not look like it. Lead Blankenship's up to 82 overall. Probably still gonna let him walk. Let's see if we can beat LA here on the wild card in real life. We own them. And we do beat. We lose to LA as a wild card. But that's fine. Let's just simulate to the off season. LA versus LA in the Super Bowl where NFC LA comes out. Nate Landman for the Super Bowl MVP. Regular season MVP is Jalen. Coach of the year is Mike Vrabel. Wide receiver of the year is offensive player of the year is Jamar Chase. Defensive player of the year is DeForest Buckner. Offensive player of the year is Jackson Dart. Fuck that. And then Jalen Carter will accept him a 50-year option on. Same with Nolan Smith. How much does Dallas Goedert want per year? Will he accept a 1-year deal? No. I'm more interested in bringing back Jalen Phillips. We might hit the franchise tag on Goddard if we want to. and that kind of sucks. The Kobe Dean. How much does he want? Honestly, not that expensive. I don't think he's gonna accept this. No, that's fine. We have Jalen. How much does Jahan Dotson want? We have Jahad Campbell. Jahan Dotson's not overly expensive. Let's bring him back. And then let's take a look at Reed Blankenship. How much does he want? 3 years. Let's make it 1 year. Up for salary a little bit. See if he comes back. He does. Then let's franchise tag Jalen Phillips over Dallas Goedert. Devin Bush is available. I don't think we need him. Kevin Byard is available. I don't think we need him. Just not a particularly great free agency class. I don't see much intriguing options. I don't think I'm going to resign anyone. I'm going to sign anyone. Except for maybe a defensive tackle. But I could give out a draft. Any guards available? None that I'm interested in. It's just not a great free agency class here. Any corners? What are the corners looking like? Old. Well, we got 2 first-round picks. So it's just similar to the draft. We can always move up or down as well. Scout college players. We are not getting a new quarterback. Caleb Banks looks pretty good. So does Miller. How about Hamilton? He looks okay. We could use some corner help as well. Obviously, McCoy's pretty good. Avion Terrell is pretty good. How about EJ McKinney? He's alright. He's alright. And then, how about like God? DJ Campbell. Looks pretty good. Alright. These are my favorites. Again, we could move up and down in the draft as long as we want. And let's start drafting.
Welcome.
Which is similar to our pick. We got back-to-back picks, by the way. And I think the move here is going to be Sadiq. Kenyon Sadiq. Number 3 in the class, we got him at number 23. Soft, reliable hands, excellent speed for a tight end, and tracks and secure balls with the feathers closing in. Head and dev, decent strength, decent speed. His run block's not great, his blocking's not great, but that is fine. But, excuse me. And then, like I said, we got back-to-back picks. We might trade down. And I think that's what we're gonna do. I think Browns is offering a 7th round pick and a 1st round pick next year. Like it's 1st round pick next year, 2nd round pick next year. A bunch of picks next year. If we can get a 2nd round. This year and a 1st round pick next year from the Vikings, that would be great. Baltimore 1st round pick. Vegas 2nd round pick this year and a bunch of picks next year. San Francisco a bunch of picks next year. Dolphins. We might accept this. Let's pause the draft here. Vegas trade if we can't trade with the Vikings. And a 1st round pick this year is going to the Vikings. For a 2nd round pick this year and a 1st round pick next year. I just think that's the best move. As Hilton falls to us. And he's going to be the pick here. B-, 58 player on the draft, got him a number 53. Shows good strength at point of attack. Able to easily descend, block, and run games. Moves quarterback off spots, pushing linemen into pocket. Head and development. Let's see if that right guard will be available. A pick number 56. And he should be, and he will be. As we get. I just like the look of DJ Campbell better. Number 79 of the class, I'm number 56. Head and development. And we're just going to simulate for the rest of the class. Draft. Anyone retired for us? A tackle. And a long snapper. Sadiq Hilton is a 74. I forgot to get a corner. Campbell is a 73. I mean, Super Bowl, the CPU did draft us a 67 overall corner. With normal development though. how good was of a tackle? That I was interested in. And defensive tackle, Christian Miller, 76 overall. Hidden development. What was his development trait? I meant defensive tackle, not tackle. Star dive. And who's on the block? And Devontae Smith is up to Superstar X Factor, 96 overall. Apparently, we got a new right tackle too, as Lane John apparently retired. But this is a team for season number 2. We're gonna trade away Tyler Steen. Zach Vaughn is up to Superstar X Factor. We're gonna trade away Ojomo. Paulson and Debo and a 7th round pick from the Giants. I don't love traded in division though, but it is an intriguing offer. I am not gonna accept a Giants trade. I just want a pick. If I can get a 2nd round pick from like the Cardinals for these 2 players, that'd be fine. Let's take a look at Cardinals cornerback room. Get Williams. Nothing really spectacular. Oh, that's a close trade. Let's see. What else could I trade? That'll be fine with trading. Jalix Hunt, maybe. Let's see if we can add in Jalix Hunt. And if that trade does get accepted, Moro Jomo, Tyler Steen, Jalix Hunt. Going to the Cardinals for a 2nd round pick this year. They're just not gonna get used much in Madden. And that's fine. We might trade away Tank Bigsby just for trade value. Let's just see options. I'm not trading in division, but that corner does look pretty good. That's intriguing. That's intriguing to me. I'm having second thoughts about it. Look, I like Tank Bigsby. Can I fleece Washington? Tank Bigsby for a corner and a 2nd round pick. So close. I almost like giving up more value for a 2nd round pick. Keely Ringo. Oh my god, that's so close, dude. Let's just add DJ James to the Jacorian Bennett. Just trash corners. Keely Ringo would get it done for a third. I feel like that's a fleece job, in my opinion. Keely Ringo's straight trash. And Tank Bixby's not going to get used much in the game. And I like the squad. I really like the squad. I kind of forgot we got Tyler Robinson. Yeah, I see you guys have a mid-season mark. Alright, I have a mid-season mark. How are we 3-4, dude? Like, this makes 0 sense. Sadiq's a star. Both of our linemen is a star. Like, I don't... Take a look up the stats. Jalen, 15 passing touchdowns. 1,900 yards, 3 picks, not even bad. Saquon, 3 touchdowns. 373 yards. Not great. Devontae Smith, decent. Let's take a look at defense. Tackles for loss. 6 from Bond. 11 from Carter. Pretty good. I've been forgetting to check picks. 6 sacks from Carter. 5 from Smith. 3 from Phillips. 1.5 to Campbell. Picks. 1 from Campbell. 1 for Mike. 1 from Mitchell. Like, how are we this bad? Right? It's not even horrible. It makes no sense. Jordan Davis is getting an extension. We might have overpaid Jordan Davis there, but that's fine. Jalen Phillips. Just doesn't want to be with us. Keyshawn Booty. Blankenship. Let's keep Keyshawn for a couple more years. Is not going to accept that. Ryan Stonehouse. Take a look at a 2027 draft class. Can we beat the 5-1 Titans? We can. We destroy them. Jalen Phillips. I just don't know if we can do it financially. Phil is not going to accept that. Keyshawn Booty. Not going to accept that. We're going to bring one of those guys back. Before we do anything else. Can we beat Washington going into our bye? We can. In a 24-20 shootout. We're going to have to bring one of them back in the open market. but that's fine. Let's just simulate to the playoffs, and hopefully we can make it. I don't understand the 3-4 start still. Like, it's just kind of mind-blowing to me how an 87 overall team can start 3-4. And as you can tell by the overall, it's not my fault. As we do make the playoffs at 10-7, playing with 12-5 Falcons. 40 touchdowns by Jalen, 4 picks, 4,600 yards. Saquon, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 1,600 yards, 17 touchdowns. Booty, 3 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns from Sadiq. 8 touchdowns from Dotson. And then let's take a look at defense. Tackles for loss. 23 from Jalen Carter, 11 from Jordan Davis, 10 from Jalen Phillips, 9 from Zach Bond, 7 from Nolan Smith, 5 from Jihad Campbell, 4 from Cooper DeJean, 4 from Mondon Jr., and 2 from Makuba, 1 from Mitchell Picks, 3 from Mitchell, and 3 from Blankenship, Campbell, 2 from Santesiri, however you pronounce his name. See if we could beat the Falcons in the wild card. We can destroy them. Can we beat the New Jersey Giants in the divisional round? We can, and we're playing the 14-3 Detroit Lions for a shot to go to the Super Bowl. And we're missing a long snapper. Of course. Someone that's never gonna play. Like this Williams guy. He's gonna be a long snapper. And we're gonna sim this game. And hop in if we need to. Lions get a field goal to start the game. We get a touchdown. Lions take the lead with a touchdown. Get another touchdown. That's great. Lions get a field goal. And we're gonna hop in. We're gonna sim this play. I don't trust myself. I'm gonna choke this. And we do get the ball. No timeouts for the Lions. We can just kneel this game out and go to the Super Bowl.
It's a chance to run it here. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win.
We don't even have to snap the ball again. Are we going to? Probably not. But we're gonna let the clock tick down to 00.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Hallis Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now, when they take the field in the Super Bowl.
158 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Saquon, 1 touchdown, not great yards. Receiving, Jahan Dotson, 90 yards, 0 touchdowns. For 1 touchdown was Sadiq. Defense, 1.5 sacks from Jalen Phillips. 1 tackle for, a couple tackles for loss. And let's just simulate to the Super Bowl. If we win the Super Bowl, I'm not going to do another season. But if we don't, I will do another season. Nope. As we play the 9-8 Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl. As the Broncos get a field goal to start the game, we get a field goal to tie it up. Touchdown Philly, touchdown Denver, and just back and forth. Field goal Broncos. And we're going to sim this possession. You got no timeout left.
A lot riding on this field goal try. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash.
And we'll need a quick touchdown to tie the game. 18 seconds left. Touchback, and that is huge. Fourth vertical, 18 seconds.
What they have to defend.
Setting up to pass.
And the sack is not gonna help.
And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
And time runs out.
And the Lombardi Trophy is headed for some.
Alright, let's do one more season. Season recap. Jalen's MVP, Brian Daboll's Coach of the Year, Devontae Smith, Offensive Player of the Year, Jalen Carter, Defensive Player of the Year, Kenny Sadiq, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Ruben Bain Jr., Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dre Greenlaw, Super Bowl MVP, and we're gonna franchise tag Jalen Phillips and bring Kayshon Boutte back in the open market. Blankenship's up to a star. How much is he asking for? $8 million for 1 year. He's back. 2 years. $2.5 million for Stonehouse. Why not? Brian Branch is available, and he's gonna come to Philadelphia. We can get him. We might just do Josh Downs instead of Boutte. I don't know if we can afford Branch. Just does not want to be here, it doesn't seem like. We can't financially do Brian Branch, but Josh Downs, not even that expensive, wants to be here. And I believe that's all we're gonna do. I'm on a Branch. It's just not gonna happen. As we did get Josh Downs. Devontae Smith is a beast here. Sadiq is up to a superstar. So that's huge. Jalen Carter's up to a superstar X Factor. That's huge. Jihad Campo's up to a superstar X Factor. I'm not just superstar. That's good. What do we need of a draft? Nothing particular. Let's just take a look at the final mock draft. We got number 10 has us taking a nose tackle and David Stone. And then we scroll all the way down. Have us taking a left guard in case he Poe. We don't need a left guard. We might trade one of our draft picks. I would be fine taking a nose tackle. Which one is it? I don't think it's McCray, is it? Let's just go down to a defensive tackle. If it's Stone. If one of the defensive tackles falls to us, I'll be fine taking it. Ooh, I think we're gonna trade up. Oh fuck! I did not mean to simulate the draft. I'm just an idiot. But let's see. Who the CPU drafted us? We got David Stone, Casey Poe. Probably gonna trade him. We don't need Cam Coleman. David Stone is a superstar player. I just don't know how much playtime he's gonna get. I 100% did not mean to simulate that draft, but it is what it is at this point. We did get a new safety. It looks decent. we might start Bolden and trade away Blankenship. I know we did just pay him a ton of money. And I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's trade away Blankenship. Let's get Youngle at the safety position. Lucas Van Ness, Deebo Samuels. Actually, I don't think we need to. Blankenship is still progressing. We're just gonna simulate to the mid-season mark. And I'll see you guys there. So at the mid-season mark, we are 4-2. Top of our division. Jalen Carter, DeJean, Bond, Smith, Sansley, and Phillips all need to come back. Blankenship's probably gonna lock. Same with Dotson. We might do one more year after this year, so we got a lot of work to do here. With not a lot of money. Let's see if Carter accepts this. He does. DeJean and Bond and Smith. Can Nolan Smith accept this? No. Cooper DeJean. Just can't financially do it. Zach Bond. We're gonna have to make some cuts. And I think Lee Blankenship is going to be traded. Let's accept this pick from the Bears. Team salary. Trey Smith. Nick Cooks has a 0 cap penalty. Let's cut him. Trying to free up a couple more, like $1 or $2 more million bucks. Jacorian Bennett and Michael Carter's good. Fifth round pick. Yep. And I may have freed up some cap space. We still can't financially do it. And let's withdraw the option off of Trotter, Wilson. And by doing this is freeing up some cap. Some much needed cap. And I still don't know if it's gonna be enough. Cooper DeJean's back. Got 9.5 million left. Darius Cooper's offer is getting withdrawn. So is Jahan Dotson. Zach Bond still putting us in the negatives. I just don't like that. Darius Cooper and Lampkin has to go. Let's see if we can get something in value. No. I don't know why I've been liking to trade with the Bears to free up some cap. But gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Currently just don't. Let's just simmer week. Let's take a look at the midseason stats, though. Jalen, 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns, 2 picks. Saquon, 388 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Smith, 3 touchdowns, 627 yards, 342 yards, 4 touchdowns. For Dotson, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns for downs. And then let's take a look at the defense. Tackles for loss, 4 from Smith, 3 from Bond, 3 from Carter, 3 from Davis. Sacks, 5.5 from Phillips, 5 from Bond, 4.5 from Carter, 4.5 from Davis, 3.5 from Smith, 1 from Campbell, picks, 2 from Campbell, 1 from Akubo. And 1 from Sansley. But can we beat the Dolphins and play the New England Patriots? We lost to the fucking Dolphins. I just don't know if Zach Bond's gonna be. If we're gonna be able to bring back Zach Bond financially. And let's just simulate to the playoffs. See what we can do after off season if we don't win the Super Bowl. So if we don't win the Super Bowl, we're gonna do one more season. Cause why not? We play the 49ers in a wild card. This gives me PTSD. Just saying that. can they remove my PTSD? I forgot to look up his stats. I beat him with 49 with a wild card. No, I still have PTSD. Jalen, 4,900 yards, 46 touchdowns, 10 picks. Saquon, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Saquon up the middle. Aj Briwn, deep ball. Punt. Devontae Smith, 1,800 yards, 19 touchdowns. He's a beast at Madden. Then we take a look at tackles for loss. 12 from Smith, 11 from Carter, 10 from Bond, 10 from Davis, 8 from Phillips. Sacks, 9 from Davis, 9 from Phillips, 8.5 from Smith, 7.5 from Bond, 7 from Carter, 2 from Campbell. Picks, 5 from Campbell, 4 from Mitchell, 2 from Akuba, and 1 from Bond. Simulate 2 season. Titans won the Super Bowl. Jalen wins the MVP. Brian Daboll wins Coach of the Year. Devontae Smith wins Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby wins Defensive Player of the Year. Deontay Moore wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Sammy Brown wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Sadiq is up to a superstar X Factor. Coleman's just a star. But that's fine. Bolden is a superstar safety. I'm glad we got rid of Blankenship where we did then. Holton's only a star. We're going to accept a 5th-year option on Jihad Campbell. Zach Bond is going to test free agency. Nolan Smith is back. How much? That's on his. Alright, we're not going to be able to afford Jalen Phillips or Jahan Dotson. Which franchise tag? Zach Bond, putting us at negative 12 mil. Not a great place. Let's take a look at the draft class. We need an edge now, more than ever. And Coleman looks like a great person to try and get. And we're going to try and get him, as I doubt we will have any money in free agency. $19 mil. I just don't think he's going to accept that. I mean, we're the only team offering him. For now. And let's just simulate a week. We did get Jalen Phillips. We just can't afford anyone else here. But that's fine. What pick do we have? Play. And Stone is a star, but development rate, by the way. We didn't even really need Campbell. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off. I don't know what to target in the draft. I honestly don't. I'm not Campbell Phillips. We'll probably only do 2 picks, but that's fine. You don't need edge. Compton. If he's available, we might add him to the team next pick. Maybe a center? Let's take Tony Silverman. Definitely not first round pick talent, but I don't know what to pick. At least he has head and depth. We might trade away Cam Jurgens. Is Compton still available? I don't believe so. He's not. That is fine. Why not? Take another edge. Skylar Malone. Normal dev. I just don't know what to pick, dude. End of a draft. I mean, Malone's probably not even gonna play at all. Silverman's a 74 overall. He might start. He might honestly start. And I think he will. Let's see what we can get for trade value from Cam Jurgens. Let's add another running back, because why not? Let's just accept this trade. No, let's just cut Cam Jurgens. We don't need you now, bud. So this is the team for the final season. Not a bad team. Not a bad team. So I'll see you guys at mid-season mark. He's a mark of 3-4. I don't fucking understand. Second place of a division. Silverman's only a star development, I figured. Bolden's up to a superstar. I love to see that. Just take a look at his stats. Jalen, 100 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 picks. Saquon, 496 yards, 4 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, productive as always. And then we got defense, tackles for loss. 7 for Nolan Smith, 6 for Jalen Carter, 4 for Phillips, 4 for Davis, 3 for Carter. 6.5 sacks for Carter, 3 for Smith, 3 for Davis, 2.5 for Bond. Picks, 3 for Campbell, 1 for Bond, 1 for Mitchell, 1 for Stanson. This is gonna be the last season, but let's just take a look at the free agents that we would have to resign. A lot. But we're not gonna resign them because it's for last season. And we're gonna simulate to the playoffs. We're 10-7 in the playoffs, playing with 12-5 Bears. Let's take a look at the stats. Jalen, 41 touchdowns, 4,800 yards, 10 picks. Saquon, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 24 touchdowns, 1,700 yards. 18 tackles for loss. Nolan Smith. 16 for Jalen Phillips, 13 for Jalen Carter, 10 for Jordan Davis. 11 sacks for Jordan Davis, 9 for Jalen Carter, 8 for Zach Bond, 4 for Jalen Phillips. 4 picks for Zach Bond, 3 for Campbell, 1 for Coop, 1 for Mitchell, 1 for Stansley, and 1 for Poole. Can we beat the Bears in the wild card round? I hope so. We do not. Let's just take a look at the final team. See if we got any dev trade upgrades, and take a look at the awards and stuff. Season recap. The Patriots beat the Giants in the Super Bowl. It took them long enough. Devontae Smith wins Offensive Player of the Year again. Fuck the Patriots. Just take a look at the final team one more time. No dev trait upgrades in the final. Actually, Quinion Mitchell up to a superstar X Factor. But this was a fun rebuild. For the first one. So yeah, peace out.